Hi, welcome back to part 2 of Is the Planning Gain Strategy Dead? So with these difficult sites, and to be honest, it's not always easy to spot a difficult site right at the beginning, but with these difficult sites, I favour a different type of deal structure. Looking at land promotion deals instead of options and JVs may be a better way to manage the expectation of the landowner. If you come to the table and say that you're willing to invest some money in this site to get it up to a stage where the land value is better than it currently is, that is a much healthier way of finding what the true market value of the site is, instead of agreeing an option before you've done the work, because that option ends up proving that the land isn't worth what the landowner wants, and then having to renegotiate on that option to get their end down so that you can make profit. So what lessons can we learn from the sites that are sitting around and not selling? One of the first ones is just remember that the planning department is not there to help you make money. The planning department is there to help the local community. So don't try and monetize their decision-making process. Try and use their decision-making process to set the value of the land. Get landowners on side. Look at different types of deal structures to share that risk, so that you're not over-agreeing a price for something that just isn't possible when it comes to the reality of what comes out the back of the planning system. And build your offers up on facts and knowledge, not on what a spreadsheet says. A spreadsheet is not good enough to determine what the value of a piece of land is. A spreadsheet is just something that's going to give you a rough idea of where you may be able to go, but then you have to put real-time knowledge, real-time facts about that site and that location over the top of those numbers to make sure that you're dealing with the right construction costs and dealing with the right implementation costs. And so how do we go about implementing these lessons? Well, the best way is to go and find yourself a good commercially aware team. Go and talk to professionals that are used to stacking deals, that know how to look through these numbers and know how to deal with the problems that you're going to find on site. Make sure you're filling your due diligence pack with lots of information, lots of knowledge, lots of expert advice on exactly what the problems are within this local area that are going to affect the value of that site. Make sure that you're not filling it full of optimism about numbers 10 months down the line, 12 months down the line when you think the project might complete. And as always, take your time and invest well. If you need any help with things like this, you can call on people like myself who will be happy to sit down with you and run through those numbers and make sure that you're not going to make a silly mistake when it comes to land value. Thank you for watching part 2 of Is the Planning Gain Strategy Dead? My name's Neil Scroxton, and this has been part 2 of Is the Planning Gain Strategy Dead? Thank you.